Well, I guess it would begin whenever I was still working with the phone company, and then whenever I hired on, I thought, well, I'm going to get my 30 years in, and this is going to be the way life goes. And about 5 years in, I was told that, within a certain number of days, I would not have a job. And the only recourse that I could come up with, and Jennifer, we decided to go work for my dad over in Mississippi. And you're paying for a house. There's so many things going on, and it's just all of a shock to you to start with, and you wonder, how am I going to do it? And then you realize that it's not you, it's God. We just made a commitment that God was going to have His first, and whatever was left, He had to give it to us because we were dependent on Him.
Yeah, and I will say this, that while we were there, we lived on, for the majority of the time, $200 a week. So we faithfully handed off $20 to start with. And that's not a lot, and you're thinking of the bills that you have. And at first, I was so afraid, I thought, well, we can't do that. We're not even going to have enough money, even keeping the $20. But as it went along and we saw that, we had more than enough. People shared what they had. We were healthy. It's just one thing after another. As we look back now, it's easy to say, how did we survive? How did that happen? But at the moment, you could just feel God's presence, and we know that He did that.
But when you give that in faith, believing that God's going to use it and multiply it and do whatever He needs to do with it, that makes you feel so good inside.
It's just an amazement to see what is He going to do, and you get to be a part of that. It's so great. And I realize that everything we have belongs to God, and that we are privileged to be a conduit of His blessing to bless others. And as we do it, He keeps blessing us more and more, and we look for opportunities. Where can we do that? God doesn't need our help. God can do anything. God could provide that building and exclude all of us. But why do we want to be left out of an opportunity to please Him, to bless others? You want to be a part of it. And I'm just going to say, it's just like the loaves and the fish. When we were back in Mississippi and we put in $20, how much can that really help or do? But it did great things. Our church did great things for our community with small amounts. So it's not the amount, it's the participation in your heart and how you do it.